Well, we've finally reached the end of the year, haven't we? I can't believe if this is on by so fast. As I started putting my community post on Christmas Day, I do want to do a few more reviews until the middle of January before I get out my bed as on worst list for the year, because I still want to figure good stuff out, and there are still movies for that list that I do want to have the chance to see. Yeah, even before or I did. Ew, 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 and one of those films I managed to get to see. It is the subject of today's review, The Housemaid, which is based off a book. Now, and my mum really likes the book. I've never read it. But I will admit, I was a bit curious about this movie when I saw the trailers of it. I thought, okay, this looks like a decent watch. And since today happened to be my mum's birthday, we decided to go to the cinema to see it today for her birthday treat, shall we say. And I gotta be honest, I like this more than I thought. I thought the film would probably end up being decent at most, but honestly, I really like this one. I like The Housemaid. I will admit the film did take a while to get going. When, at least for me to be pleased by it. I was surprised to find myself jumping straight into the film, and when Millie's already at the interview to be the housemaid for Adrian, and Andrew, and then a few things later, so she soon gets the job and stuff. I do think the film could have explained a bit more, but out Millie's part, and as to I asked in my opinion to explain a bit more about her character and her situation, and as she is someone on parole, and while the film gives us enough information about her life, I feel like they could have gave us a bit more. Or that, and again, and that's just me. The film also seemed to drag as soon as she became the housemaid. Like we soon get introduced to all the characters, and then Emily with Eliza does that, that acting a bit crazy and insane, and it honestly keeps going down on that flow. To the point where while I definitely wasn't disliking anything I was seeing, in fact I was really liking everything that was being shown to me on screen. And I will admit that I was starting to get bored with how slow things were going. However, things immediately pick up in the third act. Now, I can't really say too much about it because it goes into spoilers for both the film and the book. But all I can say is one of the characters has a twist about them, and it's honestly something I kind of expect, because my mum said a little bit about it before we saw the film. But man, and once that twist happens, that was when the film kicks into full gear. It's when the tension is really high, and where you really care after characters, especially Millie, where you really want to see her get out of this situation. I also feel that the actors really made this film they were easy to stand and also defeat each, and a reason for why I liked it as much as I did. Sammy Sweeney was honestly really, really good. Ultimately, like, I haven't really seen her and too much of anything, but her performance was pretty good, but so did. Well, delivering in the right amount of emotion we want from her character. So I also really like Brandon's Glenn and as Andrew Drew. His performance almost also of like a friend and charming husband in the first I have, but once more gets revealed about his character, says his acting takes a change for the better, and he knocks it out of the park. But the standout actor for this movie for me was easily Amanda Sutton. I thought I just need that. No, I'm just gonna say it. She's this probably might be one of my favorite female acting performances of the year. Her performance almost was perfect, especially to capture the sanity that's going on in Ian's mind. And when she starts to go a bit more crazy and over the top, Amanda handled that perfectly, and it made me really love her performance throughout. Also, to really like the little daughter character, Cece. Her role wasn't really big. In fact, I don't really remember seeing her in the trailer. But actually, it was as a decent character, even if the film didn't show too much on her. Also, so there are some pretty sexual scenes, to put it nicely, and I'll admit I was definitely enticed. Like those sexual moments that happened, they were quite enticing, to put it nicely. But yeah, I don't think I've got much to add other than The Housemaid is just a really good movie. Well, it does take a while to get going, but the big twist is revealed. The film really kicks in high gear. Yeah, and I was also really liking everything that was happening before or the third act. I just thought it was a bit slower. But other than that, it has a great third act, some interesting characters, a decent story, and phenomenal acting, as well as a decent visual design as well. If you're a fan of the book, you'll most likely have a great time with it. My mum said that they stayed really accurate and true to the book, and that's really good to hear. Yeah. But if you're just looking for a spicy tension-filled drama film, then and you'll most likely have a good time with this one. I definitely don't think this is going to end up as one of the best films I've seen this year. But I was surprised on that for the most part. I was having a really good time with this film, and that's why I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10. And now I've got that review done, there's still quite a few more reviews I need to do for the beginning of January before I can start on my best and worst list. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, like, and subscribe. Happy New Year, and I will see you next time. Bye!